Say, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. It's very expensive. It's much more expensive. In fact, it's highly destructive, ignorance. But education is protection. So when we educate our children and we teach them the fundamental basis of Islam, and then we give them that faith in Islam, and we make them good role models, then they will float and they will become role models for us. Not in blind faith, but in rational beliefs, where they become what we call proactive believers who now give back to the community as good leaders and good guides and good protectors, etc., etc. This is the religion of Islam. And I know many of us in our heart models for us, not in blind faith, but in rational beliefs, where they become what we call proactive believers who now give back to the community as good leaders and good guides and good protectors, etc., etc. This is the religion of Islam. And I know many of us in our hearts are going through phases of misunderstandings in our faith. Our imans are weak. When material comes in the way, we abandon our obligations. When it comes to Islamic school, for example, I understand Zainabia has a weekend school. How many people in this community? If let's say there are 200 families in this community, and if there are 70 children attending, something's wrong. Unless there are only 70 children in the 200 families. I don't think so. Now, why are madrasas not filled? Because parents have 101 excuses why they can't bring their children. 101. I know. I've been running an Islamic school for 16 years now. I know the dynamics of Islamic schools, and I know the dynamics of how parents think, because I've worked with them, grassroots. And I find the problem lies within the family and within our own communities. That we are lethargic and we're distracted by the material, when the command of the Prophet is not to abandon that hill. But somehow we are abandoning it every day. When our children grow up, and many of them, teenagers, I ask them questions, they don't know anything about Islam. Hardly anything. They're lousy role models. Nice children, very sincere, very good, but completely lost when it comes to their basic foundation of religion. You ask them, what about this verse? Oh, I've never read it. How much Quran do you know? I don't know much. What are you doing? You go to an average Jewish community. They learn the Torah. They learn to speak Hebrew. They learn their religion so well. And if they don't even know that, they know their background, they know their foundation. That I have spent time with Jews. Within 5 minutes, they'll defend their faith and their people till death do them part. Do we do that? Not much. To us, religion is a ritual. It's we come in, we turn on the switch, and we shut off. It's a ritual. It's like what our poor Christian brethren are going through today. Where Sunday, I was just driving by the church, I see so many cars, right? Sunday becomes a day of worship for God. It's good. At least there's one day that they're worshiping. It's good. But there's a drastic decline in worship. In America, in the Catholic Church, did you know that 80% of Catholic youths never go to church? 80% and climbing. That's an astronomical number. That's extinction. That's a sign of extinction in the Catholic Church. Next few generations, the Catholic Church will be hanging by the skin of its teeth, because there's nobody going to be practicing. Just a name, it's a title. It's meaningless. The Pope is a symbol. We fight for him. We consider him to be holy. We just want him to touch us, to bless us. And then the rest of the story is, leave me alone. That's the religion. Religion has stooped so low today, it's become an object of touching and getting blessings on it. Other than that, leave me alone. I'll have my own morality. I'll go get drunk when I want. I'll do all the satanic things. Hollywood will tell me what to do. Everybody will dictate to me my life. But don't tell me about what I should do and what I should not do. Religion has become a joke. The beauty of Islam, and why Islam is rising, and it is the most powerful religion in the world, is it's the only religion that's pragmatically approachable, where God has instituted 5 daily prayers for the believers. And by making it wajib, meaning obligatory, Allah has saved the community. Because by enforcing that, he has kept the community in check. Whereas to our Christian brethren, it's not an obligation to go to church. It's not an obligation to pray. There is no obligation in Christianity that one needs to pray. It's an optional thing. So hence it declines. Why do you think fasting is obligatory for the Muslims? Allah is merciful that for 30 days He enforces it on the believers. Why? To protect humanity, to bring them back in line. It's like that parent who makes it obligatory for his child or her child to do their homework and to make sure that they do well in school. And there are no questions asked about it. One may say, oh, the parents are being harsh. The parent says, no, I love my child. And I know that if I make it optional, my child will fail. But if I make it obligatory, I will guarantee the safety and the security of my child, that when it becomes an adult, when this child becomes an adult, this child will become a great role model and will be benefiting from that rule. This is Islam. You will not find any religion like that. There is no religion that has made it obligatory at the level of my day-to-day activities other than Islam. None. I have checked it, I have questioned it, I have asked even my Jewish brethren, and by the way, our Jewish brethren are closer when it comes to the obligations of actions to Islam than our Christian brethren. But nonetheless, when it comes to a true analysis, you'll find no religion like Islam. The 5 daily prayers is second to none. So you and I need to take that charge, that our responsibility for youths in the West today is to make sure that they attend Islamic schools. Now some of us might say, no. You see, if I put my child in the Islamic school, he's going to be disconnected from society. Really? So what you're saying basically is Islam is impractical. It's not applicable. It's a cult. It's something out of the blue. What are we talking about? That they cannot join the society. What do you mean join the society? Oh, you mean they can't be indecent like the rest of the group. Now, I'm being facetious here. But of course we know that's not the case. We say, no. See, we want our children to succeed financially. And if they go to these Islamic schools, it's all about religion, you know. We need to make them experts and professionals. Really? Which Islamic school tells you religion? They make you into drones? It's those extremist schools that the media picks out and throws at us. Most of Islamic schools are not like that. What is important for our success of children is that our children are intelligent. That's a guarantee. Our children can acquire knowledge rapidly. Our children are adaptive. How about those of us who came from outside this country? How did we adapt in this country? We were raised in Muslim countries. Did we say, oh, I can't come to America, I've been raised in a Muslim country, I'll be very impractical in this world? No, you adapted. You learned. In fact, you couldn't even speak English. You learned it. We never learned the Quran, many of us, but that's okay. You know, people say, oh, the Quran is so difficult to understand. I say, really, why? I said, my mind, you know, it just doesn't work properly. I just can't absorb it. And then the guy knows all the ticker symbols of, you know, Wall Street. He knows all which stock to buy. I said, that one you figured out very quickly, huh? MashaAllah. You know, you got the ability there. It is all what we call cherry-picking excuses. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. I admire people who say, I don't care, you put me in China, I'm going to be successful. You put me in the slums, I'll be successful. And you put me in the most expensive neighborhood, I will be successful. Why? Because the template that I hold is adaptable. And it guides me and protects me. Even in the most volatile situations, I can survive. That's a person who's got it. Not the person who needs to hide and needs to take all types of protections because they're so paranoid about everything in life. Paranoia leads to nothing but foolishness. You become very, what we call, unreasonably difficult in your social characteristics. It's difficult. If I'm paranoid, I can't shake hands with you. I'm afraid I could catch germs from you. Don't come near me because I get germs. You know, you get germs. Or don't come near. You know, what is this? You say you're a phobic kind of creature. You're a problem. Islam is not like that. Islam says, move, go. قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ فَانْظُرْ. Go, travel. Go into China, the Prophet says. وَلَوْ كَانَ بِالسِّينَ. Go, learn. It's good for you to learn. Take the knowledge, study, adapt. Move among different cultures. When you go and see different regions of the world, your horizon expands. It's healthy. But bottom line, all knowledge put together is not the same as a person who's moral. A decent human being with less knowledge is superior to an indecent human being with a lot of knowledge. We all agree. I can say that to a non-believer. He'll say,